I just checked how much money I've earned just from AdSense over just all-time revenue, and it's around like $300,000 from my Cashcow entertainment channel and from the personal brand channel, which this personal brand channel is pretty small. I'm telling you right now, like it has added up to a pretty substantial amount of income so far and continues to make money every single day from just views. That's just from AdSense revenue. That's not nearly as much I made from just affiliate marketing, having my own products, having sales funnels, all this stuff. And you guys can do this too. Literally, I mean, I started from nothing, totally, completely broke, had no idea how to do it. And YouTube's become my favorite income source by far. Passive income is truly the goal always. And if you want to earn a true, serious passive income, YouTube is the thing to do, okay? So this video, I'm going to share some of the most powerful stuff I've learned in my journey. I'm going to do my best to remember some of the most powerful stuff because there is a lot out there of knowledge. I've watched pretty much every video on YouTube, purchased over probably 20 grand worth of freaking YouTube courses from other people. I've been involved with Vid Summit and watched all their past videos, what they've done over there. Listened to every single Mr. Beast training out there. I'm telling you right now, like, YouTube is a very serious thing. I treat it very seriously. That's why it's probably one of my biggest note-taking areas. And it's made me the most money. It's made tons of people tons of money. It'll make you a ton of money if you pay attention to this video, okay? So why YouTube? Why is YouTube the best place to be? Like, why? Why? It's because it's free, okay? It's 100% free, just like any platform. But what makes it different is like you can have long-form content, which builds better relationships with people. You can't really do that with like any other platform other than like Facebook. And the content's super searchable, and it's the biggest site in the entire world, okay? The SEO is in place, but you can build really powerful raving fan audiences because people literally become your friend. Like they spend a lot of time with you, you know, in comparison to just a few seconds like on TikTok or any other platform or like Instagram where it's just images. This is a really like powerful brand building tool. YouTube is crazy, okay? And I mean, the content, it just lasts forever. It never goes away. It's going to be there and it's going to get recommended from multiple ways that YouTube recommends stuff forever, bro. Like people will find you years from now from just one piece of content you made, okay? There's a direct correlation between how many videos you have on your channel with how many subscribers you will have, okay? If you have 100 videos on a channel, you can get upwards of at least a few thousand subscribers at that point. When you have 1,000, this is the most correlated. Between 1,000 to 5,000 videos on a channel is directly correlated to at least 1 million or in the figures of a following, okay? This is what I've seen with my Cashcow YouTube channel. This is what I've seen. Go check Social Blade, okay? And look at all these channels. You'll see how many videos they have. They have thousands of videos if they have millions of subscribers. And that's just directly correlated. Very powerful. But then there's scenarios where someone has like 30 videos and their content was like insane and very much so broad appeal, which means it appeals to so many people. And it grew organically because it had the right metrics. And YouTube rewards good metrics. And I'll talk about what those metrics are throughout the video. Okay, now let's talk about the algorithm. Everyone loves to talk about the algorithm and listen about the algorithm and learn about the algorithm because, man, is it so powerful. So we're going to decode it right now. The algorithm, ultimately, it just comes down to, you know, it wants like people to spend as much time as possible on the platform. They want people to click and watch and click and watch and just nonstop do that all day long, okay? Wake up, do it again. Wake up, do it again, okay? And that's all YouTube wants. That's all that any website really should want if they don't know that yet. But I'm telling you right now, every social media platform knows this, okay? And they want session times to be super high. That doesn't mean they push out videos that are over 10 minutes or videos that are hours long. They push out videos that just get watched 100% or at least over like 80%, bro, okay? And so reaching that point requires a lot of effort, okay? Sometimes luck happens when you're able to make a video that gets high watch time. And I'm talking about videos that aren't shorts. That's a 1 second duration and people will watch it till the end, obviously, from watching 1 second. I'm talking about videos that are long and get watched like high percentages. If you can get 100% of people to watch it, great. But you'll never get that metric. Okay, I doubt Mr. Beast gets that metric. I doubt any huge YouTube channel you've ever seen gets that metric of 100% of people, because there will always be people who click and then they'll just leave. And the reason why people leave, there's a lot of reasons to this. It could be because expectations were not met instantly based off the thumbnail and the title. It could be because it's boring. It could be because a lot of different reasons. It could be because they don't like you, and that's okay because people will and people won't. I mean, that's just how it goes with any platform, okay? But anyway, the algorithm, watch time, click-through rate, and session time, and then the algorithm has audience buckets. Let's say you're in the audience bucket of people and you want to be in a certain niche, or people who like dogs or people who like technology, something like that. It only has so high it can go to get in front of a whole audience, okay? The audience is only so big. And when you understand this, man, that's really powerful, because then you know that you shouldn't be sad if your videos get only so many views, okay? For example, this personal brand channel, which is the only channel I'm willing to show because my Cashcow channel I want to keep super, super secret. This channel right here, it's basically capped out pretty much. I mean, it could probably reach 6 figures of subscribers, maybe 1 million someday. That's it. That's it. And when you know that, and the only way you know, like for your niche, how big it can get is you look at your competition and other channels out there and you're like, oh, okay, that's how big it could possibly get inside this niche. Now, don't be in a niche because of views and subscribers and because of how much money you could possibly make doing it. Be in a niche because you want to give, or you want to entertain, make people laugh. You want to give, because the more you give, the more you'll receive, and it's by default. And you want to genuinely want to do that, okay? And that's how you grow, bro. For example, Mr. Beast, his number one, in my opinion, tip is like be obsessed. That's like his number one thing. He's totally obsessed with making the best videos he can possibly make. And when you have that mindset, bro, you'll grow fast. You'll make great content, okay? But that's like his number one focus, make the best videos he possibly can do. And that's in his own way, like sensationalism is his method. He makes very sensational content. If you want to just do content teaching something, do the very best you possibly can teaching something. If you want to do meme videos, like funny stuff, then just do your best to entertain. Like, make that number one goal to entertain, okay? So just know like your priorities and your goal, like what you want to do, and then you'll go far, bro. You'll get super far, okay? So that's the algorithm ultimately, and it's simple. Like, it doesn't need to be complex. The algorithm isn't just one algorithm, it's actually multiple algorithms, okay? I have a background in programming, not crazy, but I do. And like in programming, it's not like, how do I explain this in the most simple way? Like, it's not like it has one function for the whole entire code. It's a multiple functions all over the place. It's got separations of files and folders that do link to each other in their own ways. And a computer is the dumbest thing in the world, but it's the smartest at following orders. And that's why an algorithm can be very powerful. They also have an AI, and their AI's recommendation system is very powerful. Even the team at YouTube has said themselves, like new YouTubers who come on the scene and they are making content, their priority is really to make sure that they're able to push these videos out to exact audiences, okay, who would be interested in that content, which is super awesome because YouTube is in your favor in that case. I would say every single platform is really in your favor in that case. I would say not Facebook, not Instagram as much. I don't know for Pinterest or Twitter, but I could say TikTok, YouTube, those two are very good at making sure new people like really get pushed out, okay, based off their content. And they get pushed even more if their content's really, really good, and they'll get capped out for their niche really fast, okay, and that's really good. Like, you can literally own a whole entire audience segment freaking fast. And imagine you had 100,000 subscribers in any niche, whatever your niche is. Imagine you have 100,000 subscribers. That's equivalent to $1 per month per subscriber, essentially. Okay, if you make videos at least every other day, or really good videos every week, or one crazy good video every month, or videos every day, and that's equivalent to basically $1 per subscriber per month, which is ridiculous. Okay, and so go look at that across the board. That's what it can be. If you're in like the wealth niche, it can be really high. It can be really, really high. But not everyone's going to enter the wealth niche. I'm only in this niche because I told myself I wanted to help other people when I get results myself. And man, I'm telling you, like, I'm so grateful for all the people I've been able to bless and more in the future, because like I can tell you right now, out of all the people I ever learned from, I doubt they ever studied as much as I've studied. Like I've spent over 6 hours per day, still do like hard hours, just like learning nonstop. Okay, you gotta stay humble, bro. You gotta stay humble and nonstop learn, because you don't know everything. Okay, so that's pretty much the algorithms, how it all works. It's very simple, just high session time, and then it has its different audience segments. Then it's all about watch time, and then click the rate. When all those metrics are high together, man, you grow fast too. And I'll talk about how you can actually do these things, you know, throughout this video. Okay, so next we're going to talk about how to actually go viral. Okay, so going viral, I've had a lot of videos go viral, not inside of this personal brand niche necessarily, but inside my Cashcow YouTube channel, which is in the entertainment niche. Everything entertaining, funny, fails, celebrities, anything trending. I mean, I do it all. Okay, commentary on just really popular content. I do it all. Okay, I can tell you right now, to go viral, once again, high click-through rate, high watch time, everything. But to go actually viral, I'm gonna give you guys stuff you've never heard before right now. Okay, this is predictable ways to actually do it. So things that are very unexpected or different. Okay, things that are really different from everything else out there. Because the thing is, most people have seen like everything. Okay, on the internet you can watch hundreds of videos per day, and a lot of people do that, and they see everything, bro. Okay, and so when they see something they haven't seen, they watch it. And when people watch content for the whole duration and even share it, that's when it really grows. Okay, so unexpectedness and being different, that grows big. Next is, and this is pretty much correlated, is high VRIN score content, which is very valuable, rare, inimitable, non-substitutable content, which means it's just super unique. Like, it's basically different, you could say, but I mean, it's hard to copy. Like content that's super hard to do yourself. So a talking head video like this, it's very easy to copy. But a video like what Mr. Beast does, or a video like where you do some crazy trick shot, or a video like where you do 5 backflips just standing, if that's possible, those are high VRIN score things, okay? Or a video where you crash a Lamborghini and bought the Lamborghini cash and then you go and crash it, that's high VRIN score. So anything that's high in the VRIN score realm, man, that is predictable. And you can score it from 1 to 10, bro, okay? And you'll know right off the bat if your content will go viral based off the VRIN score alone. And that's one of the easiest ways, okay? One of the next easy ways is novelty, okay? It's like a pattern of consistency and then a spike of something super unexpected. And that releases a lot of dopamine in the brain for people, because it's just so out of the blue and crazy, like, oh, okay? Like, I haven't been clapping the whole time, so when I clap, that's unexpected. It's not a good type of unexpected though, because it increased your adrenaline, so I'm sorry for that. But it's not a good type of pattern interrupt. You want a pattern interrupt that's a good pattern interrupt, an actual dopamine pattern interrupt. And you could go on and brainstorm what that could be for you, okay, for your type of content. The next thing I want to explain regarding going viral is, this is very crazy, but, and you could even look at like some videos that talk about the different types of viral. Like there's cute, there's weird, there's funny, there's super unexpected, there's surprise, there's amazing, okay, things like that, or very emotional. Oh, I gotta mention that too. Okay, so to go viral, oftentimes you'll notice even the video quality is super low, but it's really relatable or very authentic. It's not planned, it's not deliberately like content that's made to go viral. That actually happens for people who know what they're doing and go for it all the time, who can basically fake it to go viral, like doing something crazy on purpose. That's what I'm saying about high VRIN score. If you do that, you will go viral predictably, and people who know that are able to do that, okay? So that's powerful right there. Next is, you know, story-based content, okay? Content where there's elements of story. And the elements that matter in story is a character that is likable, relatable, everything, who has a desire and then goes on a journey of conflict and drama, conflict, all that. And the more the conflict, the better. Now, content that has conflict, fighting, drama, etc., that has high potential always to go viral, okay? You just have to edit it correctly, okay? Just to be entertaining. And entertaining, we'll talk about how to edit entertaining, okay? I have a lot of experience with this. It's ridiculous, okay? Just from content that isn't like me doing anything. I just use my voice, and there's been times I paid people to use their voices that are very like expert voiceover artist people. But yeah, story, okay? When a character has a desire to win something, that's very common, by the way, to win something. To win something, or to stop something, or to retrieve something, or to escape something. And to form a story, you got to know your character, and then you have to plan on what their whole desire is, and then you can start forming a story from there. You could think of conflicts that can happen, all this stuff, and it can get very, very fun. You could tell stories or actually demonstrate stories. Demonstration of a story is kind of like a movie, like the character's going through a story. And that's acting and all that stuff. Or you could do a vlog and kind of plan what your desire for you is for the day, for the vlog, and then plan a few conflicts you can have happen. Or just randomly think of a conflict based off creativity, resourcefulness in the moment, and brainstorm what a conflict could be. And it's not just one. You can have a lot of conflicts. In fact, the more the conflicts, the better, bro, because it keeps people there, okay? One of the biggest YouTubers that have grown, this YouTuber has grown so fast, it's literally insane. His name is, his channel name is Dream, okay? It's a Minecraft YouTuber. I don't know if you know about him or anything, but check him out. Look at his social blade, you'll see. This kid, he actually stood out very different in the niche, very competitive niche, and he did a story format, okay? And he's very likable, relatable, very kind. He literally is doing story format. There's a payoff at the end of winning. That's the whole goal. He's also trying to escape the people chasing him. There's tons of conflicts and high tension moments along the way. He's using very good audience retention tactics regarding the editing, the music, the pacing, the fast pace, even if he does cuts, but I don't think he really does many cuts. I don't watch his content that much, but I've really like watched it and broke down, skipping through, and I'm telling you right now, this dude knows what he's doing, and he might even go through scenarios where he'll play 100 games with his friends, the same game for content, to basically get the perfect content piece, and then he posts it, okay? So he understands that element, and that's how he goes viral, okay? So that's a powerful, powerful thing. Next, content that goes viral is emotional, okay? It could be someone like super sad, but it's not them sad. It's really emotional transference. So it's like, if you're able to transfer emotions to another person, that's the most valuable thing, okay? So it could be transferring anger to people. You could be doing controversial content. It could be transferring laughter to people, okay? That's funny content or entertaining. Next thing is you could transfer just good vibes, okay? And there's so many emotions out there. You could transfer emotion of disgust. You want positive emotions though, okay? Emotion of warmth, like saving an animal, or army guy coming home to his family, okay, who hasn't seen him forever. Heartwarming things, okay? And then stuff that can make people cry. So very, very emotional stuff, okay? A combination of all of this in the video is very, very powerful. A combination of a lot of viral triggers is very, very powerful, okay? So I hope you guys are really getting this. Those are some of the tips I want to share, just all those about going viral. And I doubt you've heard that stuff from 99% of the videos out there, okay? So it's all in this video right now. Here we go. Let's keep going, bro. Hopefully you're liking this video. Smash the like button, share it to friends. You know the drill. How to get people coming back to your content, okay? How you do this is, you know, you have really, really good content. Now, what's good content? Good content made them feel something or gain something of value. The only reason someone comes to YouTube is to either learn or get educated on something, or to learn a new skill, or to basically get entertained or to not be bored, okay? Those are really the only two reasons. And when you hit those expectations for the viewers that do come to your channel and do like that content and are in that audience segment, they're gonna come back for more if your content's great. If your content doesn't fulfill the expectations needed for that niche, then they're not going to come back as often, okay? So the more you really fulfill an audience expectation, you win. There's so many crazy elements to all of this. And cognitive biases are a huge element to all of this. I'm not affiliated with this poster, but man, do I recommend it. Keep it around you at all times. It's 25 cognitive biases. These are basically the shortcuts to decision making in the brain. This is directly correlated to content creation, to YouTube, to marketing, to everything, bro. Okay. So you'll notice, and I'm just going to throw this tip out here, high social proof content, channels, and videos, these by default will get more watch time. This is something no one wants to share with you, okay? Content that gets at least over 6-figure views, it will get, and depends on your niche. If your niche is a little bit smaller of a niche and it can't really reach that much, and it still gets thousands of views, that's really good because it will increase watch time. Because if a channel has less than like 1,000 views, it does decrease watch time. For example, this personal brand channel right here, I have a lot of videos that have less than 1,000 views. That's okay with me because I'm just trying to give value, you know? And so content that gets like that much, tons of social proof, man, people will just watch it by default because it got so many views. In the entertainment niche, like the social proof necessary is like 6 figures minimum, but definitely around 1 million views every single time, okay, for each video. And that equates to high watch time, like every time. Social proof is a very much so powerful thing because what is a viewer doing when they go to your video? Literally, you'll never hear this knowledge here, okay? They're going to a video to decide. Obviously, they're interested. That's the first element. They're curious or interested in all those elements of being interested to watch and click and watch. But after that, they're trying to decide a decision to watch. And these are the elements to decision making, okay? And when you hit on some of these triggers, their decision is decided, okay? And the first 1 minute of a video or less, sometimes a few seconds in some niches, people will truly decide and click away or keep watching within a few seconds to a minute. So you really got hit on a lot of these here. Likability, reciprocity, curiosity, over-optimism, excessive self-regard tendency, senescence bias, authority bias, twaddle tendency. Twaddle tendency is powerful. Just understand the fact that people do naturally waste time, which is a good thing for all of us involved with this, because even I waste time, you waste time, we all waste time at moments. That could come down to maybe we're bored or whatever, but I really believe it comes down to we just like to just live, okay? And it comes down to just living. And so that's what makes people watch so much content, essentially. Reason respecting tendency is really powerful. Man, that one, I told to some of my friends, and man, they use that really like a lot after I told them. Even family and stuff, I noticed them using it. It's a funny one. It's basically giving people reasons to respect, to do stuff, okay? It's very powerful. And, let's keep going here. And Lollapalooza bias, by the way, just to mention super fast, is basically combination of multiple biases. That's what it is, Lollapalooza, like a bunch for the sole purpose of persuading people to do whatever it is you are trying to do. If it's watch a video, or if it's buy something, or if it's you're doing marketing, anything like that, man, so powerful. Combine as many as you can, you'll win, okay? And that's what keeps people coming back, is like they enjoy your content. And how do you make content people enjoy? Is you over-deliver. That's one of the best ways. Now, tricks to watch time. This is like my favorite thing to learn from people. I'll pay $1,000 for courses, $1,000 just to talk to powerful people in the space of teaching YouTube and stuff, just to get this knowledge about watch time. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some of my top knowledge about watch time. This is stuff like you're not gonna get from 99% of the videos out there, okay? So regarding watch time, first thing I'm gonna tell you right now is top content, like in any niche, for your niche, look at it and literally see why it like blew up, okay? Like really dissect it and look at it. And you're gonna realize what triggered it to go viral, okay? Really break it down, and it's usually below the surface level stuff. It's not the words they say, it's not usually the setting they're in. It's so much more granular than that, okay? It's the behind the scenes stuff you really have to think about, okay? On the emotional side of things, the tonality side of things, the body language side of things, the personality side of things. It depends though, and you got to be adaptable to when you're learning and when you're taking action on stuff and your strategies, because those who are adaptable win, okay? But watch time in general, like watch movies, and whenever you watch any piece of content and if you see it went viral, any movie is basically a success, okay? And they hit on very, very much so high watch time performance triggers because they put so much time and planning into the effort of the content. When you realize that, you win, okay? It's the idea, it's the planning, it's the execution and preparedness for content that really makes it just go crazy. So put more time into your content, you will see better results every time. Put more time into the editing, the creation, the brainstorming, you will see big, big growth inside your content. It's directly correlated, okay? Content that's just you go off on the whim to prepare for it, it doesn't do as well. But there are scenarios where through a lot of experience over time can make that happen, okay? So fast-pacedness, this is a very, very powerful element to high watch time. But you can make a fast-paced, boring video though, okay? So it's not the key, but it's a hugely important element. Fast-pacedness in the beginning of a video, like lots of fast cuts, even music that is music comes across more faster paced than most things. You could speed up your speaking if you're doing a video that where you're speaking a lot. Just having a lot of jump cuts, okay? Things like this, showing different stuff. If you're doing like slideshows or anything like that, or using, what are they called? B-roll in your videos, just have a bunch of it. And every 2 seconds, honestly, every 1 to 3 seconds, you need something new. And that will always get higher retention by default. But that's just one tip. Another thing is just understanding how to actively engage the brain and then how to emotionally engage the brain or passively engage the brain, okay? So there's multiple ways to do this. Now, actively things that require the brain to be awake and alert and thinking. So it could be problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills, but oftentimes it's the when you have text on a screen that people read, okay? So people are actively reading what's being said at the same time as listening to it, okay? So that's passive. Listening is a passive activity. Watching is a little bit more active, but when you also have an element of the words on the screen too, man, is that powerful. And it's changing every few seconds, and you can do a lot of fun stuff with words. I've discovered that as one of the most powerful things like out here. But good content in general that's entertaining, engaging, and if there's education in it too, if you're doing both, man, there's a lot of money in content that is educating and entertaining. There's so much money in it, it's ridiculous, okay? So, let's keep going about these tips. So, retention tactics, watch time tactics here. Novelty, once again, like people will come back to videos that surprised them, like they had an element that they really were not expecting, okay? Or they really laughed a lot in the content. People will save content like that, they'll go back to it, okay? I have a bunch of content I go back to all the time from years ago, okay? Even movies people go back to more often than most content that's online. People will go to movies again and again, keep watching movies again and again. So that's really powerful to understand right there. Okay, so story elements. Like, this is one of the biggest discoveries. I wouldn't say hugest, but it is huge, okay? Stories are in music, stories are in books, stories are in movies, stories are in big viral content. There's elements to this, bro, okay? So you have a character or multiple characters in the content, and they all have a desire. Each person has a different desire, you know? Or if you're even doing like a content that's like a basketball game and you edit it well, that will go great because it's by default a story. Each character has a desire to win and there's conflict by default, okay? And there's all the elements to a story right there. And so whenever you have characters competing, that's a default story. But then there's different types of stories like character versus self, character versus paranormal, character versus nature, character versus character, character versus robot, or AI, or, you know, what's it called? Artificial intelligence, but something else in that. Oh, versus machine, okay? Character versus machine. So there's a lot of elements to doing a story and preparing for your story, and it all comes down to your niche. But why this works is people are incentivized to watch till the end because the payoff. The character has a payoff at the end that they're desiring to have happen. So that will always do well in watch time. It'll actually have a spike at the end of your watch time graph, bro. Okay? If you have conflicts throughout the way, that keeps people watching, okay? So another element besides just storytelling is have more drama, more conflict. I can tell you right now, that is a predictable way to literally, you just got to brainstorm for your niche. You could do this in a teaching niche or anything. You could be teaching something. So I could be teaching something right now. I'm just trying to give as much value as I possibly can. Like, this is some of the best value I've ever gotten about YouTube. That's my plan here. But I could basically have like moments of conflict. Like, it could be anything. It could be, I'm the character, right? So I could have internal conflicts, external conflicts. I could have something wrong with my health or something where I have an issue happening as I'm teaching. I could have an external conflict where someone's trying to hurt me or attack me. I could have a paranormal activity that's happening. I could have issues with the machine that's filming me, okay? The phone or the camera that is filming me, okay? There's a lot of conflicts you can brainstorm, okay? I could have a fire start randomly. I could have all sorts of stuff planned beforehand. That by default will crush it. Planning jokes ahead of time, knowing how to be funny. There's a lot of elements to different senses of humor. There's thinking what if and just thinking the craziest things and like saying it or doing it. There's humor that's sarcasm. There's humor that's messing up. There's humor that's self-deprecating humor. There's a lot out there, guys. And it's like people who naturally are funny have a really good time. Those who study how to be funny takes more work, okay? Elements to high watch time most people don't expect, okay, is good lighting in a video. This video I actually messed up on, I'm sorry, but that doesn't matter because I'm just trying to give as much value as I can. But I mean, I didn't even turn on the light for this video, which I do regret, because it's so easy to press the button, okay. But like good lighting, good audio, okay, good camera quality, but it depends on the camera quality. You really got to be balanced and know what your niche is, because you got to be adaptable with whatever you're doing, whatever video, whatever niche you're in, anything. Be adaptable and prepare. Like the camera angle, all this matters, bro. Okay, and you do want to come across relatable and authentic. Okay, because you are. You want to come across not perfect. In fact, in the 48 Laws of Power book, never come across too perfect. Okay, like if you are trying to show off too much, that'll trigger envy/jealousy. That can really piss off people, okay, in the world. So, but also it's okay with some other people, but you want to really not piss off a lot of people with that certain trigger, because that's not a good one to piss people off with. Because only one person should be perfect in this world, God. I'm not saying I'm super religious, but that's what I've learned when I learned about that thing, okay? Don't be a perfect image. You need to really come across relatable. Okay, you need to come across human because you are human and you make mistakes, all this stuff. Like, you have to portray that. You have to be vulnerable. Everything like this works, bro, super duper well. Okay. So those are the things that do indeed matter. And like the setting you're in, I would go as far as to say if you have a super nice setup that's unrelatable. I've tested a lot of different stuff with doing personal brand and doing Cashcow channel, okay? And, you know, if you have a setting that's super unrelatable, people don't really like that. So a setting that is more simple does better based off the content I've watched and broken down and content I've tested myself. It does better, okay? You know, like, it goes down to what I was talking about. Like, you have to have content that doesn't make you come across like you're perfect, because you definitely aren't, you know, and that's just how it goes. I'm definitely not perfect. But anyway, let's keep going here. Watch time. What's another tip for you guys? A huge key to watch time. This is crazy. The beginning hook to your content is crucial, okay? Because like I said before, you know, people decide in the first 1 minute or first few seconds if they're gonna watch your content through the whole content, okay? And so spending a lot of time on that hook is really, really powerful. And just remember this as a mindset thing for all of YouTube and all of content creation. Like, when you really, really put a ton of effort, ton of time, and everything into one piece of content, that piece of content can literally get 100 million views. Okay, if it's like great and really it appeals to a broad audience, like it can get 100 million views, or just huge views for your specific niche. Or you could just make a bunch of content and eventually reach that potential of a ton of views, all adding up. But when you make a piece of content that's gold, like, it's gold. And how to do that really is going the extra mile for every microsecond of your content. That's how you really do it, okay? Think about movies, once again, they're usually over an hour long, sometimes 3 hours. And every second and microsecond of that content is thought of, okay? Top music in the world, top books, every single word is thought of, every single micro tune, everything, okay? And so when you know that, that's the ultimate watch time tip. The ultimate, okay, is focus on every second and microsecond, micro moment of your content, and you will crush it, okay? Next is watch time. Next is click-through rate. Click-through rate is super important because when it's coupled with high watch time, you'll grow like crazy. But you could actually have really crappy thumbnail and crappy title and a low click-through rate and still go viral, okay? It's not gonna go as viral as it should and could, but it will still go viral because YouTube mainly pushes high watch time content in a certain niche. And when it caps out that niche and everyone loved it, it'll even go further, okay? And that's when you have crazy viewed videos and stuff and viral stuff. It gets shared, everything you want to have happen will happen then. And by the way, you guys are only one video away from any income you want. I don't know what country you're from and what your specific goals are per month or per day to make, but one success, okay, can literally make you a full-time living and then some, okay? One video, you're only one video away. And so when you have that mindset, it's like you make videos where you focus on every second of the video, or you go the strategy of a lot of content, okay? Or you go the strategy of just less content, more quality, okay? They go hand in hand. I would say do more content, okay? And then eventually pivot to more quality, okay, over time. Man, is that powerful to understand. But regarding click-through rate, this is a huge thing I learned from Mr. Beast and some other big people I've learned from. If you have such great content that people really loved when they watched it, last time they watched, they're gonna come back again. And when they see your new video, they will click so fast, it's ridiculous, okay? That is a huge key to watch time right there. And when you do in YouTube, you grow an audience whom you want to watch every new video. You don't want always new people will always come into the ecosystem, but you always want the same people to watch your same videos that are new videos, okay? That's how you really grow a business with YouTube or business in social media or anything that you're trying to do online, okay? So click-through rate, a lot of close-up, a lot of making it bright, a lot of colors, and it depends on your niche. Once again, like you could just have black and white, okay, for a certain niche. Less text, in fact, no text if you can. It's very much so unnecessary to have text because your title. And by the way, the click-through rate, the whole goal is just create enough interest and curiosity where people will click. And then inside the video, you over-deliver in entertaining or educating or both. And that's everything you gotta know pretty much right there, okay, for getting high watch time. And even getting high click-through rate. Over-deliver. Look at when you're brainstorming a video, there's gonna be other videos out there that are gonna be similar to the video you're gonna upload. And so when you do your thumbnail, go look at those other videos' thumbnails and see the top ones and model after what they've done, but do it different, stand out even more, and do whatever it takes, bro, okay? And here's the other thing, is if you are gonna make, this is like the most advanced thing when it comes to click-through rate. If you are already brainstorming your thumbnail and title before you even start making your content, you can make the best thumbnail for your content you could ever make, okay? That's how you crush it, bro. All right, guys, now let's talk about how to make money with YouTube. Now, there's so much you could do with this. You could do sponsors, sell your own stuff. You could do affiliate marketing. You could do something called CPA marketing. If you're new here, haven't heard about that stuff, I talk about a lot of that because I've made like $1 million doing just CPA marketing and affiliate marketing alone, thanks to YouTube and doing paid ads. You can watch more of my content if you're new here to learn about that stuff. But you can make your own products. You can obviously just make money from AdSense revenue if you want, and you can link to a bunch of your videos and just interlink stuff like crazy and just make money from AdSense revenue. And that's a great way to do it. But when you reach a point doing just that, where you have accumulated a big audience, you can sell stuff like in your new videos that you launch, and you can go into your YouTube settings if you choose to, and you can literally change the YouTube description of all your videos and start linking to great products that you want to sell that are relevant to your content. And that's a very, very powerful way to actually make money. But making money is a very confusing thing for most people when it comes to selling stuff. And so let me explain this, okay? Because I mean, I have the highest conversion rates I've ever seen. Like, I've looked at my clients' conversion rates for CPA marketing, affiliate marketing, and stuff they do. And then I've seen, you know, inside the dashboards of like these huge networks that sell a bunch of different products, all this stuff, okay? I can tell you right now, I have some of the highest conversion rates for CPA offers and affiliate offers I've ever seen, okay? And why that is because I just have so much traffic and then I know how to pitch the products. And they're usually low ticket products though, okay? So I get 10% to 30% of people that click to convert, okay? I'm not talking about people who watch, but those who click, okay? And that's really high, all the way up to 50% sometimes, okay? And so how you do that, it comes down to obviously cognitive biases, but it also comes down to repetition of pitching. It comes down to people liking the content and wanting more, or just trusting a lot and wanting to convert on the offer you're promoting. Like in CPA marketing, there's this things called sweepstake offers, okay? I made millions of dollars with that, basically, okay? Like over $1 million, not millions, but it'll be that, okay, eventually, okay? Just from that. And, you know, it's literally insane because, I mean, these offers by default convert super high because it's free stuff. It's powerful incentives to win stuff, okay? That's why it works so well. But knowing how to, in a video, just like pitch and nudge towards people having something, that's powerful. And if you can do a call to action as if they're already going to be doing that action, that's powerful. You could say that has to do with hypnosis. I've never studied hypnosis, but that comes across, or NLP, neuro-logistic programming, or whatever that is. Doing call to actions like that are really powerful. Or like using reason respecting bias, which is, you know, click the link in the description to go have a chance to win a free iPhone, because you could literally win a free iPhone. And just the word because is a reason to respect, okay? And so that works really well, converting these offers and stuff like that. But in general, when selling anything, all it comes down to is letting your audience know you have something to sell that's great. Having a good price point, all right? Putting together a great product, all right? And then just simply reminding them of the product that's there and just being consistent with it. You don't have to oversell because you've already over-delivered inside your content beforehand. A lot of sales comes down to that pre-sale, okay? If you do door-to-door sales, or if you have ever seen someone do that, basically what happens is you'll go door-to-door and try to sell people, but it's the ones that either already know you, like you, or trust you, or are already interested in whatever you're selling that are gonna buy. So that's already in pre-sale of the customer's brain. And so in YouTube and content creation in general on any platform, when people watch your content and really like have had great experiences with your content, they're more likely to buy your product based off, you know, they love your content and they want more. And also combined with that is a no-brainer offer. And a no-brainer offer is a combination of multiple things together. But like you gotta have a good price and a no-brainer offer. When that's met together, plus likability and trust from great content, you win. So those three elements, you win with that, man. And that's how you sell anything, pretty much. Those are like the 80-20 rule right there. So the 20% of things that matter to get 80% of the results, that's that, okay? That's all that matters, okay? A great offer, combining stuff, plus great price, plus likability and trust, building that bond over time with all the content. That's so powerful. That's how you make money, okay? And that's how you get people coming back and you get more AdSense revenue and stuff. So money will come the more content you make and the better content you make. By default, it'll always happen, okay? And the more offers you make to the marketplace, that is also correlated directly, okay? That's how you make money right there. Now the power of retargeting I wanted to cover. because most videos will never talk about this. I think I've only seen Alex Becker talk about this, and that's a huge mentor out there for everyone, okay, to follow, okay? So retargeting, bro. YouTube, you can connect your YouTube channel to your your AdWords account, which is basically Google's platform for running ads on. And it's so easy to do that. You can just watch a simple tutorial of how to connect them. Once they're connected, you can craft an audience that you can retarget. And this audience can be those who've followed you and liked your content. You can retarget people who've watched specific videos. You can retarget all the people who's ever watched your channel. And why this is so powerful is because this is hot and warm traffic. The hot traffic's those who, I wouldn't even say it's even hot. Hot traffic will always be those who purchased from you already. The warm traffic is those who have liked your content, subscribed to your content, even viewed your content, okay? And then what happens, you make offers to people and run ads retargeting people, okay, who will follow you. Your true fans, okay? You can literally retarget people. And man, that's a very powerful thing. It's very simple to do, and ad cost is extremely low compared to any other thing because you already went through the work of informing people, educating people, entertaining people in your audience segment and your audience bucket. And when you come out with a new offer, you can get in front of people for so cheap because they respond well to the ad. Does that make sense? So man, is that powerful. It's not a cold audience that's never heard of you before. This is warm. This is warm, okay? There's a lot of money in doing this. I'm able to convert tons of freaking, like this is the first time I'm actually saying this, but I run a lot of retargeting ads with my big Cashcow YouTube channel, okay? And with this personal brand channel. Running retargeting ads to people who know, like, and trust you is so powerful. It's ridiculous because you could put out a piece of content and not get in front of everyone, especially a piece of content where you're pitching something. You will crush it with this, guys. You will crush it. Okay? It's the most powerful scenario of paid ads. The next best scenario of paid ads is running paid ads at break even. So if you want to grow your channel, and I will talk about this right in a bit, but I'll just mention it real quick, is, you know, to growth hack a channel, this is very powerful. You run paid ads targeting your exact niche and audience and everyone, and at the same time you sell something that's great, and you literally are able to break even, or at least close to break even, or profit running ads. And these ads can be either in-stream ads, or they can be boosted your content ads. You basically just boost your content. It's called discovery ads. Okay, so both of those ways, so powerful, man, so powerful. That's how you crush with paid ads, and then you just keep coming out with more offers, great offers, and that's directly correlated how much money you make. It's more offers, more great content. That's how you make money. You know, like it's directly correlated. Okay. Hopefully you guys are loving this. Smash the like button. Let's keep going. You know, Drew. Woo. Next is I want to explain this stuff. This stuff depends on the content you're creating, but this is really important. Okay. So your charisma, your personality. Everyone has a different personality. Everyone has a different type of charisma. What is charisma? I believe charisma is a balance between hard and soft. Okay, it's a balance between mean and nice. Just, you got to be balanced. People who are too extreme on one or the other, they can stand out, but charismatic people are likable, and that's really the thing you want to have happen. All right, so be charismatic. Personality, when I think of personality and when people say tips like have good personality, that comes down to like your type of sense of humor, like what you think is funny, but then it could also come down to your type of personality type. And you could look at the PACE system. It's a way of knowing your personality type. There's a lot of different ways of knowing your personality type, but in the PACE system, it's a very simple way. Practical is the first one for P, actionable is for A, and then social is for S, and then E is emotional. So whichever one you're higher on is your personality. So if you're social, that's going to be your personality. You like to be more chatty and fun and upbeat. If you're actionable, you're more loud and fast-paced and all those good things. And you're an action taker. These are powerful things. If you're emotional, you are great with stories. You're great with like doing emotional content, and that can be powerful to connect to. Most people are the E type and the S type, by the way. Practical people, they like numbers, they like logic, they like order and stuff like this, okay? And so it's powerful to understand these different personality types, okay? and how to actually have them come out authentically as yourself. Okay, that's charismatic right there to do that. Then entertainment. Okay, so knowing how to be entertaining, that directly is correlated with having great content. Entertainment is probably the most important when it comes to high watch time and what you want to have happen for your YouTube or any social media you're doing. Next to focus on is like your tonality, your body language, and you can get crazy with that stuff, like crazy and focus on it. But I've had friends growing up, mainly just one in high school, he learned about body language and he was like all focused on body language. I remember this kid. Not friends with him anymore, but he was funny. He was funny. You could tell like he was actively trying all the time to focus on his posture, his body language. There's nothing wrong with that, but and I think most people wouldn't notice anyway. But it just came across like he was just always trying to just focus on only that, and it just came across like he was trying to be perfect or whatever. And I thought that was kind of interesting. It didn't really necessarily matter fully to anyone. That's the thing. But knowing how to just do personality that comes across like genuine and entertaining and helps with your watch time and yourself, like having more energy or whatever, that's powerful. Good body language. All right, man. Okay, and good tonality. So there's different types of tonality, and I'm not going to go too much in depth on tonality or body language here because there's so much content out there and so much I could say about it. But open body language is usually good. Excited body language, excited tonality, open tonality. But experimenting with your tonality as you speak, that's super powerful because then it's not monotone. Okay, so deep tonality, by the way, that comes across more authoritative. I would say most times you really don't want to come across authoritative actually with your tonality, due to the fact that unless you're selling something, you usually would want to come across authoritative. But you really don't want people to think like you're a boss, because bosses at work, and most people don't like their bosses talk at a more deep ending to their pitch or whatever they say. Okay, they end with a lower voice, and so you don't really want that. If you have a naturally deep voice, that's okay. Okay, because it comes down to each person. Each person's different. So if you go really deep, then that means you're authoritative. If you already have a deep voice, so that's okay if you already have a deep voice, or if you even have a high voice. Because if you have a high voice, you can still have a deep voice. Everyone has this. Then there's neutral tonality. That's friendly and neutral. You do want to have that. And then there's seeking rapport, which is high pitch ending at a high pitch. That's seeking rapport. That can be okay with content, I think. That's all right. Because it's like you're like seeking their approval in a way. And people like to be put in that position. Does that make sense? That's super powerful. Okay, I just shared something crazy powerful. If you're speaking like, yeah, guys, yeah. You could totally experiment with that, guys. I've actually had content that's gone viral just from doing that type of tonality. Really experiment with that, because that one's really powerful. Because excessive self-regard tendency right there. People naturally think they're above average, and that's a great thing because you have 100% of your DNA. Okay, you're the most important thing in the world because you're living your world, and if you don't have 100% of your DNA and care about it, you would die. And then there was another one I wanted to mention, but people just want to be put in a position of power in a way, just by default. And so if they're watching content where the person's seeking rapport from them, that can be powerful. Or it's friendly to them, that can be powerful. But authoritative in the voice, it depends on the content, okay? All right. So ultimately, to come down to some fundamentals is just make great content for one niche and be super consistent with it, and eventually get thousands of videos up. And you don't have to do any paid ads if you don't want to, but know your numbers, know how much you make on average, and even test it. Be willing to test it, but growing with paid ads, it will accelerate things, okay, for your niche. And so, man, is that powerful. But when you eventually reach the point of having thousands of videos, that's directly correlated to your growth on YouTube. But if you're not doing your best in your content and all the tips I've shared here, you won't grow a big channel. And so, man, follow these tips. I know that this video was maybe a little bit long, but man, if you stuck till the end, you just gained some of the best knowledge about YouTube out there.